Is live on this Saturday morning. I believe it's 7:15 a.m. multitasking. You may hear some background noise. I'm just finishing up a load of laundry and finished my coffee, my breakfast, getting ready for a big day ahead. So, Giaconda is live on this Saturday morning. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? 32 seconds into my live. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings from Montreal. Giaconda is live. Giaconda is live. Anybody out there? Quite humid on this Saturday morning. 57, 58 seconds live. Good morning, everyone. Giaconda is live on this Saturday morning. I believe it's almost 7 o'clock. How are you all doing? It is rather humid today, no sun. It just finished raining actually. It was drizzling all night, finished raining this morning. So everything is wet. It's good for the grass, it's good for the garden. And getting ready for a big day ahead. Always busy. How are you guys doing? There's one person. Say hello to that. I want to say hello to this one person watching. Hello. Giaconda says hello. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings from Montreal. How are you today? Two people in the house. There's two. Say hello to Giaconda. Two people here. So I've been live for almost 2 minutes now. How are you? How are you? How are you? How is everyone doing? I need to decide between two perfumes. I don't know what to wear today at work. Between two Tom Fords. You guys are gonna help me decide which perfumes I will wear. One person, one like. On this Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Oh, 5 people. Hello, greetings from Giaconda on this Saturday morning. It's almost 7 o'clock. Oh no, it's 7:20, I believe. Big day ahead. How are you doing? Is it sunny out there? Emily Bates says hi. Hello. 5 Banaka Spray says hello. Hello, Neil. Hello. And hello, Emily. Where are you from, Emily? Hello, hello, hello. I need to decide between two Tom Fords today. What is it going to be? Oud Mineral, original version, not the new formulation, or white suede. I have no idea. Mehdi Singer, I love you. Okay, great. Nice to know. Leonardo, hi, sister. Hello, Leonardo. So, are you guys perfume lovers? What should I wear today? Tom Ford Oud Mineral or Tom Ford White Suede? What should it be? What should it be? Are you guys Tom Ford lovers? You know, Tom Ford perfumes have become quite expensive. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. And we've got Slayer Boz in the house. We've got my brother in the house. How's it going, Boz? By the way, I did end up watching your live stream. I caught up this morning while I was grading assignments. You did an excellent job. Bravo. Say bravo, say grande, Boz. So I really like when you do these streams. I really like it. My coffee was good, Neil. How was yours? So, tired, but you're okay. I'm proud of you. You did a fabulous stream, okay? Yes. Which one should I wear today at school? Should it be white mask or should it be the original Oud Mineral? Help me decide. You're drinking your coffee right now, Neil? Bravo. Do you have an Italian cafe nearby where you live? You know those traditional cafes? Like the video I had sent you, Neil? Of the one we have here in Montreal that's like 70 years old. Do you have any of those in your area where you could just sit, have your nice espresso with a nice biscotti and just chill. Like I would do that every morning if I lived where you live. Okay, so Boz is telling me white musk should be my choice for today and not oud mineral. Okay, any other votes? You'd have to Yelp it? Why? You don't know? Oh my God. You don't know your area? Like I know my area inside out. Maybe it's because, well, you were born there too. No, you were raised there, but I've been here so many years. And there's always a new cafe that opens but I'm not talking about the latest trend, right? I'm talking about those old school Italian cafes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Not the Americanized or Canadianized coffee houses. Not those. I'm talking about the old school ones. White musk. I just sprayed it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe white musk will be my decision. You're wearing Prada Paradigm. That seems to be one of your favorites. I have the one for women, Boz. Maybe I should try that, but the white musk, this is really a white musk, eh? And this oud mineral, this is, you guys call it now the vintage. This is like so unisex. This is something I would share with my better half. You see, it's 60% full. I put a huge dent on this. There's a reason. Oh, that mineral note is just extraordinary. We have gelaterias here in Oslo. Yes, I know that. Hell yeah, but money burner. What should it be? Should I smell like white suede, Kev, or oud mineral? What do you think? What do you think? Boss says white suede. Okay, so you have a place you frequent and it's called Neverland Cafe. All right, cool. They started opening about 10 years ago. Just cappuccino and espresso. Okay. Hello, Dennis. Greetings, my friend. How are you? Help me decide. I need you guys to help me decide. Boss says to go for the white suede. I have oud mineral, it's so good, the vintage version, or white suede. What do you guys say? So Prada, according to Boss, Prada is his favorite designer house along with Versace. Okay, so you like those mainstream Italian houses. What about the niche though? Which niche houses do you like? By the way, Boss says, I just bought a new Pandora. Oh, I love that line. That's a very expensive line. The Pandora line is extraordinary. And I like the way they do their oud. Money burner, hell yeah. What are you wearing, money burner? Let me guess. It's either Platinum Egoist, Drakkar. I think you ran out of your Acqua di Joy. And what's the other one? I forget now. Because I'm pretty good in remembering. Niche Argos. I have 3 Argos. I was thinking maybe I should wear one of those. You see, that's what happens when you have over 200 bottles. You're like, should I wear this? Should I wear that? Should I wear this? Should I wear that? I think the best thing to do is just like close my eyes, open my cupboard, and just choose one randomly. Amouage Memo. Yeah, I used to have Amouage. I don't anymore. I don't have any Amouage left. I used to own Interlude for men and Interlude for women. And I preferred the one for men. And for men, I really like Interlude Iris. I think it's an extremely sexy scent. And I know you like Memo. I have one Memo and it's Italian leather. But I like also Russian leather. I don't like Irish leather, I think. Yeah. Both are awesome, says Dennis. If it's warm, white suede, oud mineral is special for true. Okay, excellent. That's exactly what I was thinking right now. Like, do I want to smell like a perfumista? I go for this, no? But if I want to just go with the humidity, I don't know, Kev, if it's humid in Toronto today, but here now, see, it stopped raining and now it started raining, so there's no sun. So there's a bit of humidity here. Okay, Zerjoff, yeah. Of course, I have a couple of Zerjoff. Yeah. Yeah, interlude black iris, sorry, not just iris, is your number one. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. It's your number one? Well, I find it extremely sexy. And I will go so far as to say that it's a unisex set. I think that a woman can pull it off, the black iris. I really do. When will you stream on your outside patio? Yeah, I was thinking of that this morning, Neil. Even like I saw my landlord yesterday, and he's so nice, and he's like, Anna, when are you going to enjoy your patio so you can relax and chill? And I said, yeah, as soon as it's nice outside, I will, because I have a huge tree. Actually, I'll take you guys. I'm going to flip my camera, which I can, right? I'm going to show you guys, but it's raining. And I really do want to enjoy it. Like, my landlord is almost like a father to me. So, I'm going to flip it. See, guys? Do you see this beautiful tree I have? And I think this is a sumac tree. Yeah, so it's not here. I'm going to sit here. See? Now it's raining, so I can't. Yeah. So I need to enjoy. Yeah. Yeah. So, you see, boys, if you come and visit me in Montreal, we can stream there. So everyone loves it. Even my mom, who's super critical, she's like, my God, that's really nice, So this is the highlight of the place, because my place is much smaller than my old place, but it's very, very modern. But that's the highlight, Yeah, I need to go to work and earn my dollar, but that's not the part that upsets me, because I've been teaching Saturday courses since 1999. The part that bothers me is just to catch up with a colleague who got really sick, and I got to do the job of two teachers. So, because Kev asked why I changed the date, so I changed the date because I was really tired last night. And when you're really tired, you can't give your full energy to a stream, right? And, I just wanted, there were a couple of streams yesterday, and I just wanted, to just have a new day today. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Dennis. Work comes first. Well, when you're tired, because I'm new at streaming, I'm not a veteran like you guys, right? I'm very new at streaming. I'm not new at yakking and talking, because I'm a teacher. I've been doing it all my life. But I'm new at streaming. So streaming is not teaching. And in order to give your best to a stream, you need to give your energy, right? In whichever way. You need to be attentive. You need to be calm. And if you're not, then you can't give your best. That's how I see it. May not be the right way, but this is how I see it. So if I cannot give my best, then I just postpone it. Yeah, there was a lot of political talk, and that's okay. That's their stream, not mine, right? On my stream, I have because I'm also new, I kind of want to create my own vibe, right? It's my right to do that. and it's slowly coming together what my vibe is, you know? Hello, Boos. How are you? New stream rule. Don't stream or operate heavy machinery when you're tired. Ha ha ha. How are you, Boos? So nice to see you. So I'll be streaming tonight at 8 o'clock. Is that too late for you? Will you be able to participate? I'd love to have you on my panel, Boos. Burner alert. Okay. So Kev, there's a burner alert. Kev is my wrench. Take care of it, please. True professor answers, respect. Thank you. I can't help it, you know. I've been teaching my whole life. I can't help it. This is the way I am. I see everything through teacher's lenses. But don't forget, I teach adults. I don't teach kids. So I see everything through an adult education teacher's lenses. Because I deal with adults from all over the world. And believe me, I know firsthand how world politics is impacting human beings, because I have to teach those people, right? And they sometimes share stories with me and confide in me. So I know firsthand. And then I have former students that will reach out to me and talk to me and confide in me. Yeah, so I know. A childish troll, okay. A little absurdity keeps egos in check. There you go. We need burners in the ecosystem. All right. Kevin can't stick to the topic. I don't want to criticize Kevin, Boz, okay? He is my twin. He is my little brother. It's his stream and he does what he wants. We need burners out. A little absurdity. Go away. My favorite burner is decorative towel. Yeah, I know. But what happened to decorative towel? Because I haven't seen this burner in a long time. And CPC since 2022. Okay. Well, yeah, you've got those two. And I never would have imagined CPC 2022 is the person that it is. Okay. Shout out to the village people. That's funny. Slayer Boss saying you support Israel now is like saying, okay, I don't want to talk politics. No, pivot. Dennis, person has to have that something special to have people keeping their concentration on class. Not easy. Are you talking about like being in a classroom and being attentive in the classroom? Is that what you mean, Dennis? That's not me, Anna. The guy has a line in between. Okay. Yeah, but it's hard for me to see. That's why I need my wrench. Where's Kev? Because he's the only wrench here. Moose is not here yet. Okay. So you know what, Boz? You didn't take my advice the other day when I said you need to put like exclamation points and all that to make it easier for streamers to identify these stupid trolls versus you. Because like this, I can't see. You know what I mean? I really can't see. So I'm gonna have you say, until somebody gets here that's a wrench, I'm gonna have you say, Boz, Anna, it's me, and then you know, okay? Kevin and Boz finally agree on something. They're creating an alliance. Okay. Boz pivot, okay? Dennis, being a teacher and holding students to follow class. Okay, so, because you're thinking like with teenagers, and I don't teach teenagers, I teach adults. So the thing with, and they're all immigrants, all of them. I may have 5% that are from Quebec, because I teach ESL and I teach academic English. I teach at 2 different schools, Dennis. I'm a lecturer at a university, and there it's strictly English, but it's professional English. So they end up getting a certificate, and then they can continue in continuing studies. Most of them get, let's say, a diploma in management or in human resources, so they can start a new career most of the time. Okay? So you have to keep the course relevant. So all the tasks that you do have to make sense, right? So I would say that I'm a sensible teacher. And that is very reflective of who I am also in real life. Sensible. So if we're going to do this task, it's for what exactly? So adults don't like wasting their time, and I don't like wasting my time. So I'm not going to blah blah about whatever. Whatever I blah blah about has to be with a purpose. Okay, good, Slav, because it's going to help all the streamers. Well, the thing with trolls, Neil, is you don't know what they are. A troll will say whatever just to troll. So you can't take a troll literally. You ignore the trolls. That's my opinion anyway. I know I'm a new streamer, and I know that there are different thoughts about this, and I respect the other people with their different thoughts because they have more experience than me. But just my point of view about this is, yeah, okay, some trolls are funny, like Decorative Towel. But let's say what I've observed so far, being on these streams on and off since 2023, I would say 70% of the trolls are annoying. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool, boss. I get it now. You're not Anna Simp. So guys, whoever's watching, we've got 12 people in the house with 7 likes. Mwah to the 7 likes. I need to clarify something to the boys. Neil is not a simp. It's performative, okay? He's totally not a simp. He wasn't a simp in the past, and as a man in his 60s, he's not going to turn into a simp. It's all for show, okay? Neil is Neil. He's a good guy. He loves women. He loves attractive women, intelligent women. And he just does it for performative reasons. So he's not simping me, okay? And I wouldn't let him simp me because I don't get off on that. Okay, that doesn't turn me on, a simp. So he's not a simp. I don't let him simp. But we like to give everybody a little bit of a show, okay? Always blah, blah, blah with purpose. And Kevin with his comment. Yeah, okay, it's the easiest way I can describe it. Blah, blah, blah with purpose. Yak, yak, yak with purpose, okay? I'm not, okay, I'm going to skip that. Oof, okay, Neil, like, don't fall for that. The troll is trolling, okay? Boost. Trolls are people too, though. Yeah, I know that you're in support of the troll boost, and that's why I said what I said, before, to protect myself, because I'm new at streaming. I'm even new as a guest. 3 years is nothing in the world of the live streams. But I don't think that I'm going to change my perspective on this. I still have to argue 70% are annoying. Okay, oh my God. Yeah. Okay, Neil, this stream is not about that. Boost is saying, I think me and Bilbo take pride in being, Neil ain't no simp. Neil ain't no simp. No, he just does it for performative reasons to make people laugh and entertain. That's all. He's no simp. You can't have a guy like Neil all of a sudden turn into a simp. It's just logic. Okay, so 5 Binaca Spray says he loves Dominican women and Italian women that resemble Anna. Okay. So he has those two categories. You're either Dominican or Italian women that resemble Anna. So any Italian woman that resembles me, he's going to like. So, okay, again about the burners booths. Some burners are there to bring joy. Okay. Well, Neil is very fond of decorative towel, so that's in the 30% of the trolls that are fun. And then the CC 2022 never is offensive either. Okay. So those two are examples of positive trolls. Neil is just a romantic. I think he has a side, boss, that is romantic. I think so. Idealistic romantic. I think so. He does. He does have that side. Is it the Italian side of Neil? The Scorpio Italian side? Maybe. Hello, Andy. How are you? So nice to see you. Andy, I need to decide between Oud Mineral, maybe Boost can help me decide too, or White Suede, these two Tom Fords, right? So Dennis says to go for the Oud Mineral if I want to feel like a perfumista, but the White Suede if I want to just go with the humidity that's outside with all the rain. What do you say, Andy? What do you say, Boost? What's your opinion? What should I wear? I'll be teaching this morning, not this morning, this afternoon. You're a lover boy? Yes, Boost, and you're a Scorpio too. You seem like a very soulful person. Good morning to everyone. All right. My wrench is here. Thank you. Thanks, Kev. What if they don't? Dominican women. Aram. Hello, Aram. Good morning to you, Aram. Nice to have you here on my morning live. Decorative Towel is here. Wow. Hello, Decorative Towel. Say hello to Giaconda first. What is this with the CC? You need to say hi to me first. I've got 2 wrenches in the house. I'm a lucky girl. Moose is here as well. Hey, Moose, what should I wear? White suede or Oud Mineral? I don't know. And you know, no one's really commenting about that. So Kevin is saying Dominican women with cinnamon tans. I like the way Kevin describes things. He kind of reminds me of Eugene that way. Yeah, but Kevin's style is a little different. Eugene is heavy on the adjectives, and Kevin is more metaphorical, you know? So what does he say? Dominican women with cinnamon tans cleaning the hell out of the house, cooking up a storm. Oh shit, he's being sarcastic. I didn't finish reading that. Jesus Christ. Okay. 5 Banaka Spray says, I don't know how the topic became. I love Dominican women around, but I just roll with it. Yeah. But it's not just Dominican, it's Haitian, really. So we have quite a huge Haitian population here in Quebec, and they love Quebec because Quebec's official language is French, right? And I have taught quite a few Haitians. My largest percentage of students are Middle Easterners, though. But the Haitians have been, you know, my students ever since I started teaching in the late 90s. And most of them have relatives in the States, specifically New York, those areas. And so a lot of them are trilingual, which is really cool, right? So they speak English, they speak French. Even the ones taking English classes are already functional in English. So they're already at the intermediate level, if not advanced, or they're in my class just to finish some courses to get a certificate. So they do very well here in Quebec. This is my point. Okay. Moose, not enough. Sorry, Anna, says Andy. I don't know those frags. Maybe the lighter one would be good for the weather, but depends how you feel also. That's true. Thank you. So, okay, so Boost tells me this one, the white suede. Moose is saying oud mineral. Yeah, isn't that nice, Neil? You summoned decorative towel. Like, that's incredible. That is, I don't know who decorative towel is. My hubby doesn't have a wrench. No, we both decided how to do this, Buzz. Because if I give Neil a wrench, oh, Neil did this because Neil is close with Anna. So we don't want any of that shit, you know? So to avoid that, yeah, we keep it objective. Yes, all the stars are here. Ain't I a lucky girl to have all the stars here? Neil hates it when I do this, but I'm going to do it. We've got 14 people in the house with 9 likes. And what time is it? Is it like 8 o'clock? I can't see the time. So yeah, with the real Boz, the real Boz account, it's the underscore, okay? Moose, it's the underscore. So Boz is saying, I still remember that perfume called Neige Aka Snow, beautiful. Yes. Had I shown you the bottle Neige? Oh, it was when we did that live stream, right, Boz? And I talked about all the Canadian houses. That was a really good stream we did. And then I talked about Neige by Lise Wattier. I had sent a bottle of Neige to an American perfumista friend of mine, Charlotte. She's the one that started the Facebook friends fragrance group, the first one. She started it 20 years ago about. And I sent her a bottle. She loved it. I always have students that have had crushes on me. And it's normal. It's not because I'm anything special. Because the thing, you know, some adult learners, they immigrate here alone, or they're having a hard time. And I've experienced a lot of that, and I've helped out a lot of students. So if they find themselves like isolated and all that, and they just need someone to talk to, or they need to feel confident, and then they develop this crush on you, you know? So it's usually like an emotional thing, and then it just goes away. Yeah, every class, every class there's someone. But you know, it's like I explained it. It's more because they feel heard, they feel validated. That's all. Yeah. Wait, boss said, thank you. Lovely stream yesterday or lovely stream now? No, Andy, she got it wrong. Hi, welcome, bro. Greetings from the bar. We're drinking very nice coffee here. Hello, Dushan, and how are you? It's the afternoon, right, where you're at? You love your coffee more than I do. I only have 3. So I have 1 real coffee and the other 2 during the day are decaf. Oh, that's not very nice, Neil. You shouldn't say that. I prefer the real, boss. Come on. It's normal up crush on person and power. No, in adult education, the teacher doesn't really have power. It doesn't really work that way. There's no hierarchy really. The adult education teacher and the students are pretty much at par, Andy, here. So we are teaching our students a language, if it's ESL, right? Or professional English. And even in academic English, they're there to finish their high school, but many of them already have jobs. It gets a bit complicated. Many of them they're already university educated, and they need to have their high school English certificate to renew a license that they have, like a nursing license. Like I have many Filipino nurses, many in distance education. So we're the same. And that's how I treat my students. We are equals. I have taught students that were surgeons. I remember one time I had a Syrian neurosurgeon, and this was in the year 2002 or something. Now I'm left-handed and I don't drive, okay? So back in those days, you used to write on the board. He was such a kind man. He was maybe 10 years older than me at the time. And he said, Anna, I have a question for you. And I said, what is it? He says, I'm just observing how you're writing on the board. He goes, do you have a hard time with directions? I said, well, kinda. And he goes, did you have a hard time tying your shoelaces, So I said, yeah. He goes, do you get lost easily? I said, yeah. He goes, well, just by the way you're writing, he says, I can tell that your left and right brain are somewhat fused, which means you can use your logic and your creativity at the same time. I'm like, wow. So he said, you can understand very abstract things, but you may have difficulty with simple everyday things and like tying your shoelaces or getting lost. So I was like, wow. He says, well, I'm a neurosurgeon, and this is how I can tell. And I will never forget. He was a Syrian man. Money Burner asks, Anna, have you ever had a crush on a student? I have found students good looking, because you know me, everybody's good looking. But a crush to the point of dating? No, never. And I was always in relationships, except for the last 6 years, which I've been intentionally single. I've always been in relationships, and I consider myself a very loyal partner. Okay. Well, I'm not going to keep track about who's the real boss, who's not the right, because now I have 2 wrenches, right? So I'm relying on my wrenches that if the fake boss says anything inappropriate, fake boss gets timed out. You remember the date of our live stream, you mean? Oh, is that what you mean? So Andy is saying, I know what you mean, Anna. Maybe power is wrong. Person in authority or something like that. Yeah, but I explained that. Yeah, so, like Lucy doesn't agree with this. She says that Kevin and I are polar opposites. But when you really know Kevin, you'll see that there are similarities between Kevin and me. It's not surface. On the surface, no. But I have seen similarities. But anyhow, it's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter in the end. Is okay. So now we're debating who's the nice boss, who's pivot, guys. It's not, it's not necessary. Must be very interesting, says Andy, to teach many people and meet them, and also difficult. People can be amazing. I've had to deal with some challenging issues in the classroom over the last 28 years. Like I've had students have anxiety attacks, like severe anxiety attacks where we've had to call the paramedics. I've had to deal with students that were not in the right headspace. And I've had to deal with students that were dealing with tragedies. It was especially challenging during the pandemic when we were all online. And I had students that could not see their family because their family members were abroad and some died, right? And I had to deal with them crying and being extremely depressed because they were not able to say goodbye to their dying parents, to their dead parents, dead relatives. So yeah, and at the same time, I had to deal with getting divorced. And I had to deal with my mother being a dialysis patient and cohabiting with my partner who was still living with me, who had respiratory issues, and being human about that. And, those days were really difficult for me because I was the one doing the groceries because he had respiratory issues. So I was the one going out, doing the groceries. We had to get my mom an iPad so we could see her. Those were difficult times. And that's why, having survived that, I make it a point now to appreciate everything I have, So Syrians can be a handful. My cousin's wife is Syrian, and she's so difficult and entitled. Sorry that, yeah. And you shared that with me in private, but let's not single out people. I have had difficult Syrians. I have had difficult Iranians. I have had difficult Eastern Europeans. Difficult Africans, difficult everybody. If you have a difficult character and you feel a sense of entitlement, that's how it is. Now, what I have seen, and this I explained to you, boss, is a generational gap. So now that I've been teaching 28 years, it's a full generational difference, right? So when I first started teaching, all my students were older than me. Now they're all younger than me. And the majority of them are in their 30s, right? They have a different mindset than their parents' generation. They are, as a generation, they are less dedicated. They feel more a sense of entitlement, and they're a lot more critical. So this is a generational. So you have to, and I explained this to Neil last night, you have to lean into it and adjust and adapt your teaching style to this new mindset. Otherwise, you're finished. If you're going to adopt your teaching methods from the previous generation and you don't adapt right away, you're done. You're cooked meat. I thought Bosnian families were tight-knit, but Syrians beat us there. Okay. Yes, Anna, the date of our first stream. Mwah, that's nice. That's sentimental. You see, that's why you and I were at it with, it was so intense, this battle we had, because there was a lot of love there, So that's the thing. Your mods aren't doing their job. Well, it's okay. My mods are human beings, whoever said that, the real or the fake boss. So they're doing what they can. Moses saying, only the real boss would know the capital of Australia. That's true. That's so true. Moose, man, I love you. There you go. I love it. I love it. Moose always knows what to say. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, guys, this is becoming, what the real boss said, and just mods, just ban the fake boss, okay? It'll make my stream a lot easier. So, what is the final vote? Is it Oud Mineral, boys? Or is it White Suede? What should it be? Because I haven't seen everyone's opinion. Kevin, which one should I wear? So yeah, those of you that don't know, well, yeah, you know by now. What am I saying? You don't know? I postponed my live stream to tonight, okay? So it's tonight at 8, the live stream. And it kind of gave everybody a little bit more of a chance to vote. So we're going to do the game. We're going to play the game, 2 truths and 1 lie. I've chosen that one. 2 truths and 1 lie. So we've got 12 people in the house. Haha, Neil, with 10 likes. Okay, so you know what? I think White Suede wins. And maybe tonight I'll wear Oud Mineral. No, because I had some people that said Oud Mineral too. But yeah, I'm going to go for this for today. And the topic for tonight is going to be, well, the game. Like I said, it's going to be 2 truths and a lie. Have you guys ever played that game? 2 truths and a lie? It's going to be fun. Eh? It's going to be fun, guys. 2 truths and a lie. But Neil doesn't like the Ask Me Anything game because it runs the risk of people doxing themselves, or people getting doxed. You spray the closet bottle? Yeah. You never played it, Andy? Oh, it's fun. 2 truths and a lie, but you have to be creative. Like, you can't make it too obvious, right? Like, when you play this game, 2 truths and a lie, you can't make it too obvious, and you can't make it too vague, because then people are going to be like, I don't know, you know? Closest, not closet. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, Neil. It shows that I'm tired, eh? Closet, boxing. I need a vacation so badly. Oh, God. Boxing. We've got 13 people in the house with 10 likes. Giaconda got 10 likes this Saturday morning. Yippee! So I'll make sure not to spray in the closet. But don't spray it in the closet, Neil. I just imagined you spraying inside a closet. Sorry. Okay. Yes, you do. Preferably, what? Somewhere tropical. Fuck, man. I haven't traveled in 12 years. Somewhere tropical. I see where this is going. Okay, thank you, Moose. Yeah, so Neil likes herbal light scents. I like men that wear heavier scents. I have to be honest, I like Boz's taste in perfume. because he has unisex taste. Yeah, he has refined taste. Like I know I have in my collection, because I kind of want to have everything. I have unisex, I have for women, and then I have some vintage for men and vintage for women. So if I have, let's say, friends over or whatever, I can accommodate everybody. It's so funny. I always consider perfume as a way of accommodating people's tastes, you know? But Boz has 95% of the taste I like. Okay. Okay, Kev. What is Kev saying? I can't vote on the fragrance because I've never smelled either one. Aren't they both a bit heavy for humid weather? No, they're right. Like this is very, I don't know if you like white musk on women, Kev, but this is very white musky, the Tom Ford way. I see you wearing this, Kev. Like if I do get to see you, because you're not far from me, and you said you'll be coming down to Montreal in August, I'm gonna make decants for you, and I'm gonna give you a couple of bottles for you and your wife. I already have some put aside for you, and I was supposed to come down to Toronto, because Anuj and even Eugene had contacted me, and I told them I postponed, so I may still come down to Toronto, by the way, because I do want to see Eugene and Anuj. But I have stuff put aside for you, Kev. Hollywood Beach is Anna's type. Yeah, well, there's a lot of Quebecers. We were talking about that, Neil and I, because over the years, like my father had friends. I have my friend Mimo, who's in Fort Lauderdale. I have my friend Dorothy, who has a condo. I know a lot of people that own condos there, and that they have friends. And Hollywood Beach is where Quebecers go. I was you know what? I was thinking of Bahamas last year. I was doing some research and I said, I don't want to go to the typical places. This was last year in 2025. It was around January of last year. And I was doing some research. And I said, I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go to Cuba. I don't want to go to the Dominican. I'm like, oh, Bahamas. That's the first Caribbean place that my father took me to in 1976. I would love to revisit Bahamas. Yeah, and Bahamas is near Florida. There's so many places, like you need this, right? No money, no candy. Yeah. Yeah, like Neil has a different taste, right? In cologne. I think the only thing we have in common is he likes like I like his Givenchy Xeris Rouge, but my first husband wore that. I had bought that for him. And he likes the Hermès line, which I appreciate too on a man. More on a man than on a woman. But I do own Hermès Terre Parfum. But other than that, he's got more barbershop taste, which I'm not too crazy about on a man. Okay. Neil has the best taste in fragrance. Well, I think your taste and Neil's taste is very compatible in fragrances. Mine is very vast. So I love experimental scents. And I love heavy scents. I love rich scents. I'm into oriental, floral oriental. I love Middle Eastern scents. I'm into mineral notes and perfumes. I'm not into girly scents, like the Lancôme perfumes, you know. But I think your taste and Neil's taste in fragrances matches. My taste and Boz's taste in fragrances matches. And I love Kay's taste. Kay, I would say, is a lot like me. Kay's taste is eclectic. It's vast. She's more of a vintage collector than I am, though. I wouldn't say that Neil is the king in fragrances because there is no king. So stop flattering him that way. There's no king, okay? It's just that he's been into fragrances as long as I have, and he's got 5 years over me. So I don't know what age he got into it. I started getting into it at the age of 16. So I've been into fragrances for 40 years. And that I have a lot of experience in fragrances. And the thing is, when you start out, when you're like levels 1 in fragrance collecting, you go for the mainstream. But then as you continue, because some people just stop, they stop at level 1. They have their mainstream sense, then they have their signature sense, and that's it. That's all for them. But someone like myself who has been collecting for 40 years diligently, Neil, it's been on and off, right? He's had big collections, small collections, big collections, but I've been steady 40 years. Then you develop a more refined nose, and then it's harder to impress you. What we do go through are periods where nothing impresses us. So I've gone through these periods where I'm like, whatever, indifference, Beach hut man smells nice in the colder weather, but you can't wear it in the heat. I like the way Neil is pragmatic in his reviews. He's very pragmatic, and guys like that. I like that. So he's short to the point. And when I do my short reviews on Instagram, I think we have a similar style. He doesn't blah 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 too much, So I like the way Neil reviews perfumes. I like his marketing strategies. I think he's a great PR guy. He's creative. He's animated in his delivery of explaining a fragrance. He doesn't like to waste the viewer's time, He's very time efficient, and I like that. So it doesn't matter that, he and I don't have similar taste in perfume, but we're similar in our delivery in explaining it. But their perfumers are French. Well, yeah, and then some people will say, which do you prefer? Do you prefer French perfumery versus Italian perfumery versus Middle Eastern perfumery? And I never give a concrete answer because I appreciate all perfumery. Now, if I want to act smart and say and pretend to be patriotic, I'll say Italian perfumery is the best. And I've done this with Eugene just to irk him. But the truth is, I love all perfumery. I love helping out, supporting indie perfumers because they put all their heart and soul into creating their pieces, Yeah, you're very good, Neil. You're very good with the marketing. You're very good. So you can take a perfume, like you said, and you get into the scene of this perfume. And that is, you have a good business sense. But more than that, you have a good marketing sense, So the people watching you will get it. You want them to get it without you going into the logistics of what this perfume is so much. So Slayer Boss, I don't know if it's the real one or not, says I'm usually more into Italian, not a big Chanel or Dior lover. I used to like Yves Saint Laurent, but not anymore. Whoever this person is, I agree with you on that point. Yves Saint Laurent, vintage Yves Saint Laurent, anyways, the ones for women mostly is much better. I think what they wanted to do, Yves Saint Laurent, is become more mainstream so they can sell more. Become more mainstream to a younger audience. Because these kids in their 20s, and I call them kids because, I'm older, they spend a ton of money on fragrances. They don't give a shit if they have to fork out $200, $300, $400. So that's why most fragrance lovers like myself are gonna agree with Slayer here. I don't know which version it is, that Yves Saint Laurent, no. So Boost is saying, I like my perfume the way I like my women, French and discounted. Oh shit, okay. Kevin, Neil has the absolute, okay. Neil says, Blue Stratus commercial influenced me back in the day, which is good because it's good that you have, you have a reference point, of commercials that have influenced you, and then you use that in your reviews, And I would love to see more of those, Neil, because you're really good, you know. Do one for Giaconda, You're really, really good. You need to do them again. You're fantastic. Stop, Kevin. Unreal Anna Burner was banned. Okay. Yeah, because I'm having a hard time keeping. Say it, Anna. Say Neil. You shut up, Kevin, okay? Because you're busting my balls now. You don't tell me what to do. You're a kid compared to me. So, I've decided white suede, which is a white musk. This is my baby for today. I sprayed it here. But see, it doesn't project all that much. But the oud mineral, ooh, we still, oh, I love this. Neil is king of Hawaiian shirts. No, he's not. I like Neil in regular shirts with his black rimmed glosses, the frames, the black frames. But that's because that's my taste. I'm not into tropical shirts. That's not my style at all. Yes, Anna, you tell them. Hey, you know me, I'm Giaconda, eh? Giaconda forever. There's no fucking around with Giaconda. So we've got 12 people in the house. We've got 10 likes. I've been live for an hour. My God, we are having so much fun. So tonight we're going to play the 2 truths and 1 lie game. Are you guys looking forward to it? Neil is arcade games. I don't know. We don't talk about him playing his games. It's not part of our conversation. Anna, if you had to dress Neil head to toe in black, you know that already. But that's not his style. But that's my style in a man. I like a man in black. I like a man in navy blue. I like a man in charcoal. And I'm really big on leather belts. I would always literally steal. I have a thing with leather belts. And of course, Kevin is going to make fun of me on tonight's stream because Kevin is extremely predictable to me anyway. So here we go. Run with it, Kev. Anna Giaconda likes stealing. She's the belt thief. So I used to steal my father's leather belts. And I stole every husband's leather belts. What stealing I mean is they had leather belts. I would try it on. And if it fit me perfectly on the last strap, then I would start wearing it. And then there would be, my father would really get pissed. My father was the one that really would get pissed. And they'd be like, where's my fucking belt? And it was Anna. And it's so funny because my dad was Antonio and my first, second husband were Antonio. They were all Tonys. So all 3 Tonys got pissed. The last one, Salman, I had stolen one because he had a brown one and he had a black one. And I took the black one. But then he just gave it to me. He's like, listen, if I'm going to bitch about where my fucking belt is, just take it. So that way I don't get aggravated with you. Okay. So what's going on now? What are these guys yakking about? Neil is saying, it's beautiful when you have a crush on a woman, right? Okay, nice. Okay, you're giving him a little punch, okay? Okay, Neil. Okay, unfortunately, he doesn't wear pants that require belts. He's more of a drawstring man. Okay. Well, all the men I had wore belts, so I don't know. 3 Tonys. Who was Tony B? Yeah, 3 Tonys. That was the ongoing joke. That was the ongoing joke. My father was Antonio, and my first 2 husbands were Antonio. I wear a belt usually. Very observant. I think Kevin has always had a crush on you, Neil. Like a big one. I think if you give him the okay, yeah. Because he notices details that only a potential lover would care, you know? Very common name. Well, the second one was Portuguese. He wasn't Italian. But all 3 were baptized as Antonio. Like my brother is not baptized Antonio, but Anthony. Anth. Not a Tony, but Anthony. My mom didn't want to give him, she got her way with naming her son. She absolutely didn't want the name Antonio. And my brother doesn't go, it's so funny. It's like, I think babies can hear what the mother says in the womb, like as fetuses, because I remember my mom saying when she was pregnant with her son, Anthony, I will never call this baby, because they didn't know back then if it was a boy or girl, right? He was born in 1981. She says, if it's a boy, and she knew it was a boy. She knew it was a boy. This boy will not be called Antonio. He will have an English name, and he will not be called Tony. And my brother, growing up, the kids would be, hey, Tony. He says, no, don't call me Tony. So we either called him Ant, or Panoons. That's his name. Never Tony. And if you call him Tony, he'll tell you very politely, do not call me Tony. And if you call him Tony again, and you're a smart ass with him, you're going to get it. So he's very adamant about not being called Tony. Okay. All right. What are the boys saying now? Okay. Observant, very common name. Neil, you know what it is with us. Unstoppable. Don't give me mental images now. That would be hot, eh? Neil and Kev in bed. That would be hot. I would pay a lot of money for that. You think I first ring answer? Well versed in Anna's 3 ex-husbands. Thank you for the first ring answer. Dushan says, Kevin, come here. I'll buy. Oh, I think Dushan has a little crushy on Kevin. Woohoo! He's offering you pancakes. Woohoo! Little crushy. My name was common one in mixed religion families because they have the Slavic is Slavic. Yeah. I'm the Slav. Yeah, you're the Slavic. But I call you Slavo. Or I used to call you Slavo. Dushan, do you have a crush on Kevin? Seriously, no, I'm not joking. I think you do. Because Kevin has chiseled features, right? Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, Kevin. Don't call him. Okay, Moose, be a good boy. Slave, oh, come on. I like being called Slavo. It's an affectionate nickname. Yes, but that's why I used to call you Slavo. It's an affectionate name. I'm like that. I'm not cold. I'm not a cold Italian. You have a crush on Christine? Still? Oh my God. You still haven't gotten over her? Shit. That's a long time crush. That's cute. That's cute. Christine is very pretty. Money is the dinero of Francois. The dinero. Oh. Well, not really, because Money is not a fragrance collector. He just owns 5 or 6 bottles. That's it. And he was going to buy Creed Irish Tweed, which he never really did. If I would have to dress up Kevin in perfume, I would change his color. I would know exactly what to get him. And I think he should get Creed Green Irish Tweed, because I think it would suit him a lot. That scent reminds me of my friend Mike who passed away, my dear friend. But I think it would suit him. But I would get Kevin some Zerajovs, some Tom Fords as well. Like this Oud Mineral, I see it on Kevin, the vintage, this one. But I have stuff put aside for him. Well, that's not what you said on your live streams. You didn't say that you own 70 bottles. You said you had 5. And that's it. You said you used to have, but you don't have anymore. That's what I understood. And whenever you say your scent of the day, you always name these 5. So I can only go based on what people say, right? So Tura is Laura. What? What does that mean? I'm not getting it, Slav. Slavo, happy birthday. Happy birthday to who? Who are you wishing a happy birthday? Who's a Gemini in here? Oh, okay. You have 5 in your place, but the rest are at work or at your parents' house. Okay, I get it. All right, my apologies. I get it now, Kevin. Bonds, a few sandwiches short of a pig. Oh my God, and I used to use that expression all the time. He's a few sandwiches short of a picnic. I haven't heard that expression in so long. We've got 12 people in the house with 11 likes. Well, hello, everyone. Giaconda says hello on this rainy Saturday morning here in Montreal. And Giaconda will be wearing white suede by Tom Ford today when she'll be teaching. I feel the need to apologize because if I misquote or if I say something out of context that's not correct, I like to apologize because I didn't have the full facts, of something. So I like to do that. Not every picnic needs a sandwich. It's true. I'm back in the saddle again. Love Aerosmith. Yeah, same here. Absolutely. Another thing about Boz, he has exceptional taste in music. You can have days and days and days of conversations with him just about culture and music. The guy will be entertaining that way. That's why, we were supposed to go to the UK together and he fucked it up. We would have had a blast. Atmani Moses, 70 bottles? What? Yeah. Well, like he explained, some are at work and some are at his parents' house. Boost, don't you remember my 0 box? Okay. All right. So tonight's game is 2 truths and 1 lie. So it should be fun. It should be fun. So how many of you don't like women with tattoos? I'm just curious. I love my tattoos. I was having this conversation with Neil. And, although he didn't put down the tattoos, because my tattoos are very original. These are the visible ones, right? I have others that are not visible. But then we all know the snake one that Slavo made fun of. But how many of you you like tasteful tattoos? I like that answer. Not too far, Dushan, like 1 hour or so. Okay, that's a new one, by the way. Which one? This one? No, this one is not new, Slavo. This one, in one of my vendetta videos, I said, I identify as a dragonfly, and you rolled your eyes, remember? And you said, how theatrical. This is like 4 or 5 months. That's the Mexican tattoo artist, Javier. He comes down to Montreal twice a year, and he did this one. He did the Giaconda one with this one, and he did this one, Solomon's Knot. Okay, so Kev is giving me a bullshit answer. Okay, you were talking to Moose. Tattoos are blotches on her beautiful skin. Yeah, see, I have an issue with that, Neil, because my tattoos are so meaningful to me. And to me, they're beautiful, right? And very few people, even my mom, who's hardcore conservative and uptight and a pain in the ass, she loves this one. She loves this one. She loves the snake tattoo. She loves this one. This one, she's like, what's that? She didn't understand the point of it. And Solomon's Knot, she didn't really understand. And then the ones you guys can't see, I showed them to her, obviously. She liked them. They're not blotches because they, you know, a man that says that doesn't get it, you know? Just like my art. Like, if you don't like my art, you're not going to get me, you know? And that's okay. You'll get, like, the surface me, or you'll get, let's be fair now, but you'll get certain aspects of me, but you won't get the soul me. Yeah. And I only started getting my tattoos in my mid-40s. I'm 56, so I've been like tattooed for 12 years, and I got them step by step, you know, which is good. When you get your tattoos in your 40s, it's good because it doesn't get deformed as you age. So those people that, you know, have had tattoos since their 20s and 30s, once they hit their 60s and 70s, their tattoos are going to look like shit. Well, tattoos is against Jewish religion, just as it is against Muslim religion, right? But specifically the Muslims. But believe it or not, I mean, I have met 3 Jewish tattoo artists here in Montreal, and I have met Muslims that have tattoos. Now, are they religious Muslims? Absolutely not. But then you have Arabic Christians, and they're all tattooed, like with the sleeve. And I like men with the sleeve. Like, I like on a man, but he has to suit it. I like one sleeve. My brother's thinking of getting the sleeve. My brother has 0 tattoos, but he told me he was thinking of getting, but he doesn't have the courage. He goes, if I get a sleeve or nothing. Because he's like that. He's absolute person. I like men with the sleeve, and it has to make sense. Like my friend Louis has a lot of tattoos, but they all have meaning. I don't believe that they belong on walls and paper. See, we don't have the same mentality at all, Neil. For me, art is so multi-dimensional, and art is not on the walls only. I can't see life like that. I just can't. Even talking is an art, baking is an art, cooking is an art, perfume is an art, everything is an art. This is an art, ceramic is an art, you know? Look, this is Greek ceramic, you know, this is statues is art. I don't know, everything is art. No, he's not. No, Neil and I, no, Moose, he's not making Neil look bad. Neil and I we're very open with each other. Neil doesn't lie about how he feels about certain things. And I don't lie about how I feel, you know? So it's okay. You have to accept people for who they are. So don't worry about it, Moose. It's not a red flag. It's just you have your mindset, I have mine, right? As we get older, as a mature woman, this is how I think, Neil, I have to respect your mindset you have to respect my mindset, right? Because as you get older, you don't have time to argue who's right, who's wrong, because everyone has their own way of living, their own way of expressing. And as you get older, you realize to give people their space and say, this is what you believe, this is what you consider art or non-art, and these are your values. And that's fine, because I got to live my life, because I don't have 100 years left on earth, right? So that's how I am. Now, if you would have spoken to me, let's say, when I was 35, I had no tattoos. My first tattoo was at 44. And at 35, I didn't even paint. I was a teacher and a writer, and a perfume collector. So there was an evolution in my identity as well. I suddenly became a visual artist, even with photography. It just came about, and I went with it. And the tattoos, it was to hide surgical scars. I was extremely apprehensive before getting it. I thought about it and thought about it for a year. Should I? And once I got my first tattoo, which was phenomenal, it's a feather here on my abdomen to hide a scar this big. I said, fuck, I love it. And then to come up with the idea of what you want on your body, to me, was another creative expression. And, I used to give the tattoo artists like quite a challenge, because I wanted things a particular way. And they were like, no one's ever done this, No one's ever done this. This, yes, this is a dragonfly. But these two, they had to, and this, never. So they were like, you know what? I like the challenge. Thank you, Anna, for challenging me. But it took a while, because they have to design it and then put it on your skin. And then as you're going, you have to like it, because then if you don't like it, you'll be pissed off, So Dennis says, I don't have any tattoos, but people that love them, they show their character. Why not? Okay, so Dennis is also Scorpio. And most Scorpios that I know, that's exactly how they think. They think exactly like Dennis. If that's how you want to express yourself, why not? Okay, just message deleted. What's this message? Okay. I'm just checking the deleted messages out of curiosity. Okay. Okay. Thinking about getting a teardrop tat for every sucker I drop on YouTube. Okay. It's getting a little emotional. I think I respect meaningless tattoos more. Aesthetics are sentimental enough for me. Okay. So now we have another troll. I believe Boz is boxing. Thanks for timing me out, Moose. Moose. I ship you guys. I sense Boz trying to wedge himself between us two. Anna, your mod timed me out, but at least now there's no doubt about who I am. Okay? Thanks, Moose. That guy is like a fly. Moose, you're being paranoid. I really have no intention to drive a wedge. Hey, Moose, ever hear the song Tattoo by Van Halen? Yeah, I know that one. That song by Van Halen, Tattoo. Uh-huh. Boz is boxing, Moose is being... It was a big deal, like thinking of Van Halen. It was a big deal if people had tattoos in the 80s, eh? Or in the 90s. It was associated with criminals. But well into the 90s, if you had tattoos, people thought you went to prison. And here in Quebec, everyone has tattoos. Like in the last decade, at least, people of all walks of life have tattoos. There's been like a revolution, a revolutionary mindset, if you like, in regards to tattoos. Why is Giaconda all in caps? Because that's the way I like it. I like the name all in caps. Okay, so boxes. Okay, so this is Slavin's boxing account is Boz's boxing. Okay. Tattoo Vampire by Blue Oyster. Ah, that's a good band, Blue Oyster Cult. Sade's like a tattoo. Ah, that's cool. I like what you guys are doing. You're just voicing out all the tattoo songs. That is so nice. I like that. I'm gonna listen to Sade's like a tattoo song today. Yeah, that's a good song. Neil hates all caps. Yeah, but that's how I have my title. Relationships are about compromise. Yeah, that's one aspect of a relationship. There are many. Compromise, understanding, acceptance of the other, being able to coexist, right? Making sacrifices. The thing about relationships is, when you live alone, it's about you. So you have to learn how to be good to you. And that already is a huge task, depending where you're from, in your culture. In my culture, we're socialized to help all the time, to think of your relatives, to think of your parents, to think of your siblings, to do good to them. So you got to help people. It's more communal. And then you help yourself, which is wrong. So that's what I love about having been alone for 6 years. I had to reprogram my mindset and say, well, Anna, what's important to you? How can you take care of yourself? What do you want? What makes you happy? What makes you unhappy? So before even thinking of entering a healthy relationship, you got to know how to be good to you and love you and accept you, all these things. And then once you do that, then you can think of being in a relationship. Because if you don't, you're going to bring all your baggage, all your bullshit into that relationship. And then it becomes what we call toxic today. Okay, I'm currently writing a song called Yoshi Tattoo. Okay, interesting, boss. You really love this Yoshi, eh? Bruce plays games. He blocked me, yet still shows up in my chat. Okay. He can be with me forever. Yoshi Tattoo. Yes, I would love to get a Yoshi Tattoo. Okay. Yeah, wow, now that's love. So we've got 13 people in the house with 11 likes with an hour and 27 minutes. What time is it, guys? I can't see the time. Wait, let me go check. It is 10 to 9. 10 to 9. Have you and Osh ever had a phone convo? Oh, let's not go there, Boos. So, will you be joining tonight's live stream, Boos? 2 truths and a lie? I'm talking to a burner, boss. I told you, forgive me, I'll be talking to burners and it's too confusing for me. 13 people. Hello. Giaconda says good morning. Buongiorno a tutti. So I've been live for almost an hour and a half. It's been quite interesting. Okay, you here? Okay, boss. All right. Only telepathically, Bruce. So you haven't had a telephone conversation. Yeah, because we all, to be honest, Slav, we all find that a little weird, that you've known Yoshi all this time and you've had no telephone conversations. Meanwhile, we have had the honor and privilege of having telephone conversations with you. So, like for me, if we just chat, I will refer you as a chat friend. Not that there's anything wrong with chat friends, right? Because chat friends serve their purpose. Whether they are chatting on your live streams or whether you chat together on live streams or on Instagram and Facebook. I'm not trying to diminish. But then friends that have my WhatsApp number and friends that I talk with, you know, these are my friends. You know, these are my friends. So, and then if I meet them in person, they're really my friends, you know? We're like soulmates. No need to communicate. Okay. He prefers staying private. Okay. Yoshi is my love, says Kev. Benevolent boss. Mama! I like benevolent boss. I have to admit, benevolent boss is cute. Mama! I'll log on from another account. So we've got 14 people in the house on a Saturday morning. Isn't that awesome? He's so cute. Yes, I love Benevolent Boss. Picture is so cute. And all he says is, Mama, Papa. So, Benevolent Boss, we can't ban because I need a cutie in the house. No, he can't hide. He's cute. We now have 15 in the house. So we talked about tattoos, we talked about perfume. Dahlia, I finally see you on my lives. You disappeared. Welcome. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? I swear Boz is attractive. Yeah, we've all got our fetishes, right? Yeah. Am I going to see you tonight? Are you going to be my co-host tonight, sweetheart? Let me know. I'd appreciate it. Moose, what time is it now in Australia? I always ask you. I always forget if it's 21 hours or 26. Well, I like Snoopy. I've always loved Snoopy. That's it's 11. Oh, it's 11 at night. You're in the future. I always say that, Moose. Moose is in the future. Here it is. It's barely 9 a.m. here in Montreal, Quebec, and it's 11 p.m. in Australia. I just have one cousin that lives there, but he's not even there anymore. He moved back to Brazil. Okay. Let's keep it light, Boz. It's early in the morning. Let's not use loaded words like shamed and all. It's all in jest. It's all in fun. It's all in fun. We've got 19 people in the house. We've got 14 likes. I'm having a good time talking about so many things. Relationships, tattoos, cartoons. Dahlia, what do you think, honey? White suede or oud mineral for Anna? I'll be teaching today. So far, white suede is the winner. I love them both. Well, I love this one more, actually. But it's very humid and it's raining. Oud mineral, I figured you'd say that, honey. Yeah. You'll just be in the chat tonight, honey? You won't be in the panel? Oh. Okay, whatever makes you feel comfortable, hon. Okay, Nascent journey, why can't people take it as sympathy rather than sexual stuff? Okay. Well, I have my friend Rudy here. Well, hello there. Hello. Rudy. What should I wear, Rudy? Which one, honey? Which one? I hope you'll show up tonight, Rudy. I would love to have you on the panel. Rudy is a friend of mine. He's such a good guy. I love Rudy, and his taste in perfume is out of this world, and his collection is like, wow. His collection is wow. So I finally, Rudy, I finally got my 35 ml of Coromandel and 31 Rue Chambon, and I got back my 1957. They're all 35 ml. What I mean by got back is I had traded my 1957 75 ml, and my friend Virginie, well, she kind of gave it to me, 1957. So I kind of have my Chanel's that I like. White bottle? Oh, you like this one, Rudy? The white bottle is white suede. I thought you would go for Oud Mineral for me, Rudy. So you prefer this one, the white musk? Anna, is Rudy your type? Money burner. I know who set you up with that. Rudy's a very attractive guy. He's part Armenian. And I've told Neil that. Rudy's very attractive. But Rudy is spoken for. But he's an attractive guy. So everybody knows that. I don't hide how I feel about people. If you could combine Rudy and Neil, would that be your dream man? You know, Kevin, you're my dream man. You're down deep, you're my dream man. Loud, annoying, you cross boundaries, I don't get shy. Twin, I don't get shy. Rudy's attractive. Neil's attractive. But Rudy's Armenian side, it's got that Middle Eastern look. I like that. I love my Middle Eastern men. Who's this? XXD123. Okay. Kind of looks like Dahlia. It's got like a Dahlia burner. Hello, hello. We're talking tattoos tonight? No, baby. We're talking two truths and a lie. It's kind of like a game. And ask me anything. But we could talk about tattoos if you want. Rudy does, man. She's ignoring me. Dahlia, I'm over you, by the way. Okay. Okay. Buzz, stop it. Okay? So Dahlia's in my chat. Don't buzz balls. Leave Dahlia alone. Okay? Just talk about what we're talking about. How you feel about her is irrelevant. Okay? Because I don't want that. I'm going to have to put you in your place now. Why is she ignoring me? Okay, Rudy has the best brows in the game. No, Rudy, it's his eyes. He has beautiful eyes. It's a boss burner, Anna. Okay. Okay, so yeah, forgive me in advance, boss, if I give shit to the boss burner, not you. All right, so because you know in the chat who's the burner and who's not. Hit the block. Boss, stop it. Fuck, you guys are gonna bust my balls tonight with all these burners? Please don't. Not tonight's live stream. I don't know why there are so many boss burners. Like, why? Except for Benevolent Boss, which I love. He's a cutie. He just says mama and papa. But, yeah, like, this gets confusing. I like to think bosses split personalities have their own accounts. Oh, okay. Mr. Rudy, Dushan. Yeah, Dushan. How come you never praise Rudy? You always praise Rich Mitch and what's his name? The other one. What's his name? The other one? Randy or like Rudy knows his stuff inside out. And he's calm when he speaks and when he reviews, and he should be in your top 3. It's hard to figure out who is who. Exactly, Moose. It's hard to figure out who's who. And I don't want this annoyance tonight. They could all be in Oslo on different devices. Boos is funny. Those glasses give off... You like these glasses? So which ones do you prefer, Rudy? These are my new ones. These ones or the brown ones? Because Slavo didn't like the brown ones. He said that I looked like a 7-year-old granny. that they were too. I still have them, but which ones do you prefer, Rudy? Because we haven't spoken in a while now. Rudy does have, he has gorgeous eyes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous eyes. He has gorgeous eyes. God bless him. Because it's always, you know, when you talk about someone's eyes, you always have to say God bless them. Kids, can you say octagon? Octagon! But I want to hear you say it. Are you going to be on my panel, Boost? Because I love your voice. You should be on those hotlines. You would make a fortune. Boost, you on those sex hotlines for women, you would be a star. You would make a fortune. Like, you wouldn't have to work anymore. You know what I mean? Dushan. Rudy also has a wonderful... Rudy has the best perfume. Have you seen Rudy's collection, by the way, Dushan? He can put you to shame. And I like the way he describes it. Yeah. And he likes light fragrances like Neil, like, you know, but he also can appreciate the heavy ones. And he's a Scorpio, just like Neil is. And Boost. There's a lot of Scorpios in the perfume community. There's a lot of Scorpios. I noticed that. There's another Scorpio too. There's a lot of Scorpios. There's a lot of Libras. No one has ever talked about my... Because you don't... Because you spend half your time talking about nonsense drama. I've seen your collection. You know, you've shown me your collection when we would talk via WhatsApp. That's why I keep going on and on about your collection. You've shown your collection once on your live streams, Slavin. Boss, take it easy. We're admiring Rudy right now. Everyone admires Rudy when he shows up. This is Rudy's first time as Rudy, because I know as Berners he's been here. This is the first time, and even on my live streams, Rudy didn't show up. Hopefully tonight he will. That isn't me, the underscore. Okay, okay. Moose, I agree, Anna. Money burner Boost. Buzz is asking you to man up and unblock him. Just passing the message. Captain Blimp. Hi, Captain Blimp. How are you? Am I going to see you tonight? Because I know you're in the UK, no? Because I'm live streaming tonight at 8 o'clock. Money burner. Captain Blimp, what should it be? Oud Mineral or white suede for me for today's day teaching? Not everyone has voted. Boo says, my heart is open, but the chat is closed. Okay. I see. All right, so we've got 22 people in the house, in the Giaconda house. 14 likes, yay! And we have, we've been live 1 hour and 42 minutes. Boost says his heart is open, but the chat is closed. Yeah. Nascent Journey, oh geez, so melodramatic. But don't we love the drama, right? I can be very melodramatic too. Be strong, Boost. Boost, you haven't answered my question. Are you going to show up on my live stream? Giaconda's live stream. Giaconda in caps. So we have, I think I'm going to focus on 2 topics. 2 truths and a lie, and ask me anything. But we have to be wary of not boxing, but doxing. And Kevin is going to be on the lookout for that. What does Rudy say? Oud Mineral, I find masculine with that salty. Oh, yeah? But you know me, Rudy. I like unisex scents. But this I would share with my better half. This is sexy. Maybe it's too sexy for the day. So I'll stick to white musk. So it's not so sexy. Yeah. It's more like, okay. White musk, a lot of people associate white musk with sex though. So this can be sexy too. And I have no idea what the future holds. Who knows? I'll know in the moment. Okay, boos. Good enough. Nascent Journey. I love you, Anna, and Dahlia too. Okay. And of course, Kay, but she's not here. We all love Kay. Kay's a sweetheart. Yeah, she gets worried about certain things, you know? She was worried about me. She was a sweetheart. She left me a message. What the fuck, says Money Burner, Money Moses, Kev. What don't you understand, Kevin? Okay. So it's still raining here and I hate it. I hate going to school when it rains. Oh, do you guys like the rain? I don't like the rain. But it's good for the plants. It's good for the trees. I think my next live stream, like this, the day stream, I'm gonna do it in my yard. Yeah, please do. And I know her. I know Lily. Please do. Please do. And I wanted to extend the invitation myself, Boost, to Lily, but I don't have her contacts. Like she's not on Instagram. And I met Lily on Eugene's stream. Please invite her. You love the rain? I don't. I don't like the rain. I only like the rain when I'm inside and I don't have to go out. I don't like the rain if I have to go out and work and run errands. Okay. Do it, Bruce. Lily, she hates me. She's very elitist. Well, Lily has always been very kind to me. No issues with Lily. I'll tell her, Boos. Her and I are closer than you are with her. Sorry, not sorry. We're close. Thanks. Okay. Nascent Journey. Well, about perfume anyway. Okay. I love floral notes. Okay. Captain Blimp. Boss, she's afraid of you. Okay. Calling her a cunt probably wasn't the best move. Yeah, but whatever was said, let's not go there, Kev. It's my live stream tonight. So she'll come to my live stream because it's mine. So forget about all that crap because you're getting on my nerves now. Yes. Well, whatever. She's kind to me. Well, it's a women's stream, right? I've got Kay as a ranch, Dahlia, Moose, Fernando, and Kev. So 3 men and 2 women. I was in a bad headspace. So what? You guys are lucky that you've never seen me in a bad headspace. God help you all, if ever you do. Imagine an alpha female, Italian alpha female in a bad headspace. And I contend that I am an alpha female. I explained to you guys the story. My nonno, a war veteran, a sergeant in the war, used to call me soldier. So I am the alpha female. Yes, and she's kind to Rudy because Rudy minds his business. Rudy minds his business. Rudy's handsome. Rudy knows his perfume. So Lily would never be rude. She wouldn't be rude to Rudy. Okay. Hey, Rudy, take it easy. No, he could say what he wants, Kev. I saw her on New Jeans recently and she looked good, I must say. Okay. But I've never seen her, but I'm sure she's very pretty, very beautiful. Okay. Ultimate is here. Hey, are you going to show up tonight, Ultimate? Ultimate is on my Instagram. I like Ultimate. He's very nice. Get your head out of the gutter, Kev. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I'm Team Rudy, Kev. Okay. Why not? Yourself, money burner, your Monty. Lily's mine. Ah, that's it. Dahlia's claimed Lily. You guys are fucked. That's it. She's taken. That I'll never disagree with. Okay. Innocent journey. At least she left the mafia. I sympathize with that. Got herself out of the sewer. Okay, let's not talk about that. I don't consider myself the sewer. We all see ourselves differently. Kev sees this community as a sewer. I don't know why. No idea. 16 people in the house, 14 likes. Saturday morning, Giaconda is talking about tattoos, sewers, what else? Perfumes, women. What else have we been talking about? Boss burners, identifying boss burners, mistaking boss burners for real boss, music. Universal, Café Universal for sure. We used to have a Café Universal in the plateau, right near school. And it burned down in 2000. It burned down in 2017, 18. So now there's another Café Universal downtown, which I don't like the one in the plateau. And then there's another Café Universal in Laval. So if ever you're in Montreal, we can go there. Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my go-to place with my colleagues, with my students, because it was the one in the plateau on St. Denis. That was like an 8-minute walk from school. That's the one you used to. Okay. Well, good morning, Lily. Is that you? Is that you, sweetheart? If it is, welcome to my stream. And I look forward to seeing you tonight. Here comes the thirst trap. Welcome, Lily. Very happy to have you here. Okay, we've got someone from India. Yeah, that's great. Welcome, Lily. I can't wait to have you in the chat tonight. Very happy to have you here. Okay, so I'm just gonna check out Moose's deleted. Okay. So that's a burner, Moose. Just asking Moose. We've got 24 people in the chat with 14 likes. This is really nice. Nice, nice, nice. Streaming on this Saturday morning. It's already been an hour and 52 minutes. Lily, I have a question. What should I wear today when I teach? White suede or oud minéral? Which one should it be? 25 deep, respect. Ooh, we're deep, deep, deep. I see 23 though. Okay, Lily, oud minéral. Oh, okay, so it's a toss-up between these two now, even though, because some people say oud minéral and some people say white suede, but I guess in the end I have to decide. I prefer oud minéral, to be honest. Boost is fragile, really? Is he? Oh, don't worry about the low blows. Kevin always gives low blows. He's given me low blows as well. We gotta love Kevin for who he is. Kev. So tonight's topic is, well, it's a game more. 2 truths and a lie, and ask me anything. But we have to be careful with that because we don't want to dox ourselves, right? B and D. What's B and D? I want a low blow. Like what? What are you guys yakking about here in the chat? Just gonna check the time, guys. It is 9:15. It is 9:15. Combine them. What's AMA? Ultimate. Dahlia, my girl, what's up? Yes, Dahlia's here. We're all very happy. Lily's here. We're very happy. Very happy to have these 2 lovely women in my chat. They make a difference. The chat seems to be really excited. Ask me anything, Moose. Okay. Whatever you guys want, you know? I'm just a facilitator. You guys want to ask me anything? We do ask me anything. We'll see what the vibe is tonight. You can plan all you want, but it all depends on the moment, you know? Women make all the difference. Yes, we do. She's not your girl, Monty. Okay. It's just an expression. That's my girl. 14 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate the likes. Monty, my man. Anna, can you dance? Absolutely. What do you think? You think I can't dance? Am I going to dance on a live stream? While I'm streaming? No. I'll just dance while I'm sitting down, you know? But yeah, I've got the moves, baby. The chat is popping this morning, says Kev. Popping. Pop. Kevin likes the way I pronounce my words. So does Neil. The way I enunciate. Paperclip. So Lily says, it's good you're running streams, however the fuck you want. Yes. Yeah. I consider myself an alpha female. This is the ongoing joke, Lily. Giaconda, the alpha female. Anna got moves, big time. You think I can't? Yeah, like what kind of a fucking question is that to ask me? Can you dance? Anna, you know that Tim Tam thing? Yeah, but I don't go there. They're too granola for me. Tim Tam bullshit, no. No, that's not me. But I would love to go there with you because I know you could crack me up there. We'd have a few laughs. Anna, you have boarded the live stream train. Go for it, Anna. You are on the Giaconda live stream. Welcome on board. We've got 19 people in the house with 14 likes. We're hot this morning. We're hot, hot, hot. To granola? Oh, no, I can't do a granola. Kev, no granola for me. Nassan Journey, you like Ben and Jerry's Monty. There you go. What about you guys? Can you guys dance? Can you guys dance? Like Dahlia. Dahlia we know can dance. She's an incredible dancer. Kevin? I think I've caught up with the chat discussions. Chunky Monkey is my fave. Chunky Monkey. Is that, what is that, Dennis? Ernest and Journey. I am like an elephant, says Dennis. In glass shop regards dancing. Okay. I'm sad we lost the Dahlia dancing video. Yeah, that was really, she's really phenomenal. I like the combination of her style. Kev says, I'm a better dancer than Dahlia. Admit it, Anna. No, I think you're both wonderful. The thing with dancing is we all have our unique style. I mean, I was told that Dahlia's a better dancer than me when Slavo had done his pole. I didn't think that was fair because you only saw 30 seconds of my dance, not 3 minutes. But it doesn't matter because I've been dancing my whole life, you know, just freestyle dancing. And we all have our unique style, our own way. It's like art. So I can't judge. The only time I'll judge if someone is a good dancer is if they just stick to the same moves. You know those people that do that? That's not dancing. That's just moving your body from left to right or right to left. But if you have your own freestyle way of moving, you're good. And the thing with Kevin, though, is he is a black belt martial arts, so he can move his body in a certain rhythm, in a certain way, as to how he was trained in martial arts. So Kev does have that advantage. Okay, that's a banana ice cream, says Nascent Journey. Okay, I have it downloaded on a DVD, Lily. I'll send you a copy, says Money Burner to Lily. Boo says, I've been into granola slices lately. What do you guys call them in North America? Here we call oat slices flapjacks, and we don't call that here in Canada, but you'll use that for pancakes. Okay. Lily, your artwork really shows what kind of flow state you get into. I always wanted to say, thank you, Lily. So I'll give you a tour. Dahlia says she won't pick a favorite child, Kevin. Yeah. Phenomenal is a bit of an overstatement. No, it's the words that I choose. Lily says, I want to see a side-by-side with the same song. Thinking about doing a history stream tonight at 8. Anna isn't my mom. She's my sister. My twin. You're our nice niece, remember? Dahlia. Kevin does pimp dancing. Oh shit, Lily, that's a sick idea. I have a dream to take dance lessons, says Boots. My goal is to get my fitness up, and then I'm gonna... And with that voice, Boots, your gift is your voice. Hi, Lily. Yeah. Yes, says Moose. Dance off, Money versus Dahlia. That's been a long one coming, Lily, says Dahlia. Be a bachata boy, Boost. Money Burner says, Dahlia, are you down? Oh, Lord, I would love to see that. Giaconda's down. Giaconda could be one of the judges. You know it, Kevin. I'll dance off anyone, anytime. Your stream will get striked for indecency, Anna. Oh, no, for real. You can pick up the song. We can record it and then send it to the higher ups to chop up and edit. Ultimate wrenches activate. Yep, ultimate. Lily says, is that real boss for... We've got burners left, right, and center, Lily. So just don't... And it's hard for me to identify. So I'm depending on my wrenches to help me out. Money Burner, just stream and play the song. Okay, so I just want to show Lily. I'm going to flip my camera. I would like to give Lily a tour of my artwork. And I believe Dahlia hasn't seen all of them, or maybe she has. So Lily, there's this one. I'm just going to go through them very quickly. Okay, Lily? This is Jacob's Ladder. So I have to really show you this because this is one of my favorite. This one. This is on glass. And behind here is a photo of Petra Jordan. This is this one. This is my statue of David. It's a replica, obviously. Then this one. This one. This one is in my kitchen, Lily. This is in my entrance here. And then I have a hallway. I won't do my bedroom, but I'll do my hallway. This one has the hand of Hamza. This is my biggest one. My biggest art piece is here. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see the back of two lovers. This one. There's this one. This is not mine, but this is an antique from 1965, created by a Québécois, and she looks like Brigitte Bardot. This one. This one seems to be a favorite among the men, actually. They like the blue. This one. There's this one here. This one is long. This is long, so. This is Giaconda 333 superhero. It's the Giaconda superhero. This is on glass. A lot of them are mixed media. Here I have nails. This is my entrance. And the last one, I'm not going to show my bedroom. This is my dad, pop art style with this. So there you go, Lily. Gave you a tour of most of my artwork. Hope you like them. Thank you, Lily. Giaconda Museum. Yes, and if you do come by to visit me, you can wear any perfume you like, Dahlia. Hey, the door is still open. And you haven't seen my bedroom. My bedroom's really nice. Muses of Giaconda. Yeah. Wrenches activate. I keep reading in the chat. It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. It's taking up too much attention. Oh. We've got 15 people in the house with 15 likes, which I deeply appreciate. I can't wait for tonight's stream. Love you guys. Neil can't wait to see the bedroom. He did. I showed him the bedroom. He's seen the bedroom. I've seen his, but his is kind of like an open space. I've seen his somewhat. He wants to know where he can plug in. Let's see. I don't know. Is Neil going to visit me in Montreal? Is he going to actually hop on a plane and see me? That is yet to be determined. The second to last looked like some Arabic text. I'm not going to pretend I can see the personal meaning behind them. The second to last in the hallway, I have a lot of paintings, especially my old ones, that had Arabic inscription on it. I had shown the paintings to my students, and my students were like, Anna, where did you get this? And it just came out. So I've had some paintings with ancient Egyptian inscriptions on it. It's just, so yes. But nice, unique style, can't replicate it. Yeah. Before my father's portrait. Okay, I think I know. Let me go back to it. Okay, I know what you mean, Lily. This one, right? This one? So this one, you can have it like this, which I have. Look, it has one meaning. Yeah. You can have it like this, which will have another meaning. Do you see it? or the way I had it. So yes, it does have Arabic, or even this way, you know? So that's what's cool about my artwork. Sometimes I'll just turn them around, you know, just to have a different energy. So that's the way I have it now. No, Lily, you're not holding up the stream. It's your first appearance here and you matter to me. So don't worry about that. The boys have been yakking and yakking. Don't worry about Boz and Boz's burner. And so no, please ask away. The cigar rush. Hello. Okay. I think I have an idea who that one is. Hello, Cigar Rush. Greetings. 17 people in the house, 16 likes. This is an awesome morning stream, an awesome Giaconda Saturday morning. It stopped raining. It stopped raining. I think I see the sun. I think I see the sun. Yay, yay, yay. I won't have to wear my freaking rain boots this morning. Yeah. So the only challenge that we had this morning was managing the Boz burners. Let's be honest. Welcome, AM's friend. You have a great apartment. Thank you so much. So if you come down to Montreal with your family, your wife and your kids, you can come by, visit my place, even though it's small, but we can sit in the yard and chill. Who is Boz? I don't know. So, Cigar Rush, welcome to Giaconda stream. Whoever you are, but we all know who you are. Boos, if you learn to dance as Dahlia, you'll be a triple threat. That's true. Boos has some sexy energy, eh? He really does. So Kevin is asking, who are the other two threats? Adalia? We're all happy to have Dahlia back. We're all very happy to have her back. Thank you, Boos. I'll put a third O in my name. Energy. Sexual energy, yeah. Ultimate sexual energy. 16 people, yeah. 16 likes. 16 and 16. I like that. Yeah, we all missed her. Very happy to have her back and happy to have you in my stream, Lily. Really happy. The more women we have, as Kay said, the better, right? My imagination was going on overdrive without Dahlia. Yeah, so we don't know because he's very mysterious, this Boost guy. So we don't know. He may be a professional dancer and we just don't know, right? We just don't know, man. We just don't know. This stream, says Kevin, is pure sex, pure sex, pure sex, pure sex. Kevin, keep it clean tonight with the Ask Me Anything, eh, Kevin? Keep it clean. So who's going to be the doxing referee? Because, you know, sometimes when you get in the heat of the moment, right, with Ask Me Anything or two truths and a lie, you can dox yourself, right? So who's going to be the referee? Is it going to be you, Kev? So Kev has a crush on Boos, calls him a heartthrob. Kev has a crush on everybody. Who doesn't, you know? Is there someone that Kevin has not flattered or had a crush on? Is there like one person? Name me one person Kev has never complimented. Answer Giaconda's question. Name me one person Kev has never complimented or flattered or flirted with. Yeah, it's psychopath. Yeah, he crushes on everybody. All the men, all the women, everybody and anybody. They either have nice skin, nice this, nice that, they're sexy. I'm big on stream rules. Stream rule number one is no doxing. I got your back, Hannah. Yeah, yeah, but just you're gonna be the referee. Yeah, it's just that we can unintentionally, in the moment, dox ourselves. You know, that's my concern when we play this game. I don't feel special at all, says Lily. I agree, says Boos. Kevin is a floozy. So yeah, Kev admits that he is indeed a lover, not a fighter. He's a lover, peace, right? But I'm a fighter too, so don't get any ideas. So Lily says she doesn't feel exceptional in the eyes. It's kind of hard to feel exceptional in the eyes of Kevin when he's flattering and complimenting everyone, you know? Kev says, Lily, I never had a crush on you. I can't stand thirst traps and attention sluts. Oh! And then he'll say something outrageous, you know, like that, which you're not expecting. Then Kev will throw us a curveball. It's like, oh my God, did he say that for shock treatment? Like, just to get attention, you know, like, I didn't see this coming, you saying that, attention sluts. Kevin is a father figure, a businessman, says Bruce, a television evangelist, and a floozy. Bruce's humor is, you know what? He does remind me of a television evangelist, actually. I could see Kevin being an evangelist and collecting all kinds of money and pretending to, you know, have all these miracles. Mental pretzel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Monty, you know it. TV evangelist. So what miracle will Kevin? Will there be a miracle? What miraculous event will happen tonight on Giaconda stream? We've got Kev, the TV evangelist, in the house. It's the yelling. Yeah, that's it. He's a TV evangelist. You guys are too much. 16 and 16. It's steady. It's a steady flow. 16, 16. I'm aiming more for my Oud Mineral. Yeah, I think she's the winner. So Money Burner says, I feel we all got some love and attention today on this stream. Thank you, Anna. I'm going to end the stream because I got to go prep for my McGill class today. And I'm going to see you boys and girls tonight. Thank you, Anna. We all got turns in the spotlight. Love you all. What do you mean my vertical stream is the only one I like? Well done. What does that mean? You don't like my live streams at night? Kev? Bye-bye, baby. Bye, everyone. Giaconda loves you all. Ciao, ciao. Bye, Lily. Hugs and kisses. Bye, Dahlia. Love you.